The Talk of New York. DW on the building. What's up, DWI? What's up, boy?
What's going on? What's going on, Kidnu?
Yes. We got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, by the way, special guest.
Yo,
the one,
shout out
the
to
only.
Mixtape podcast, Haddy Racks.
Haddy Racks. What's going on,
See
my
my
G?
man Double O in the cut.
Oh, man. Shout out
Like
to Double O.
Iodine, right, Double O? How we said it?
The iodine in the cut.
Well,
that was the
Big Bronx.
That was the substitute for alcohol, right? Back in the day.
Why everything with you is alcohol?
Give me that iodine. Give me that iodine.
We just started, and you talking about alcohol already.
Not alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Come on, man. Pause, man. What's wrong with this guy, man?
Right.
Let's start the show, man. Let's start the show. Anyway, we got Haddy Racks in the building, by the way. One of the dopest lyrical hype mans, whatever you want to call it. When he's by himself, you don't need no hype man, no introduction, no nothing. Let the world know. Haddy let them know what's going on, man.
The one that said that don't need an introduction, you just gave him one.
He don't need an introduction. But because I'm giving him his flowers.
Okay. I respect that because I've been giving him his flowers.
I appreciate that.
What's wrong with me giving his flowers?
Nah, it's cool.
Every time we
on,
it's always something. It's exactly.
It's the same script.
Listen, it's not about us. It's about Haddy, man. It's Haddy Day, man. Pause.
We on Mixtape right now.
I know that's right, man.
Situation.
Good, man.
But I ain't gonna lie. When I came in here, I was really impressed by that cassette tape collection y'all got.
Right?
Yeah.
I brought them right to the mixtape era.
Right there.
Let's talk about it. Like, what about the cassette tape era brings you back? Like, what does that bring you back to as an artist?
Just the love of the art. You know what I'm saying? Like before I was into music, as far as rapping, and I was just in love with it. You know, I was in love with mixtapes and hearing, people rapping, and it just took me back to where it wasn't about. It was more from a fan's perspective. It took me back to like a fan's perspective of the music.
Who was your main DJ, mixtape DJ back then that you always listened to, that you still will listen to today? I
would definitely say DJ Clue.
Because when you first walked in, you mentioned Clue. You made sure I had Clue mixtape up there.
I ain't gonna lie, Clue was the man with the mixtape. We definitely gotta give Clue that. In my opinion.
Shout out to DJ Clue.
Do you remember which was the most monumental one that he had that was like crazy that you remembered, like the freestyles, the drops and all that?
I would have to say, like, I think it was like The Professional, 98.
Wow.
That was one of the albums. He had Professional Part 1 and Part 2 that he had on Rockefeller Records.
Right, exactly.
See, I know my history, man. Applaud me. I know my history, by the way. Applaud me.
I'm sure you old enough to know it.
Why we always got to talk about my age,
I'm
man?
not talking about your age. I'm just saying your wisdom.
And you know what?
Smart.
I kind of did bad. Shout out to DJ Clue, right? I got to give a big shout out to DJ Clue. But I can't discredit my boy, DJ K Slay.
Hey.
R.I.P.
Shout out to K Slay.
Rest in peace, DJ K Slay.
Rest in peace to the drama king, DJ K Slay. I had a great relationship with K Slay. K Slay played a major part of my whole everything with music. So I definitely gotta take my hat off for the big homie DJ K Slay.
And I'm a double down on that because that is how I think I met Haddy at the Matrix. Was I just heard him going crazy on the drama hour, and I'm like, oh nah. It was a time when New York was crazy. It was Haddy and a few other dudes that was lit every time on K Slay show for independent dudes.
Yeah.
You know, Pap and all them was doing their thing, but then these guys and they was from the Bronx. Him, Goods, Fred the Godson, like all those guys was. I'm like, yo,
Rest
this
in
is.
peace, Fred.
And I was working with all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
See, you was major, and I was still in the underground.
Nah,
And you was
man.
hanging out with King Capri.
No,
don't lie.
No, I was in
hanging
the
out with King
street.
Capri.
No, I was
King
in
Capri.
No, I was in the street.
How you get Kidnu?
Because Kid
King
knew
Capri.
from Nunu, from Double O. Tell him Double O.
Now you want.
Listen. No. This actual fact.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't. No, I'm not.
Haddy Racks is right here.
Listen,
he needs to understand.
Tell him, ask me some questions, and I'm gonna give him a little bit.
It's about him now. Now you
If
want
he
him
listen,
to
if he know the dudes I know, I know what's up. That's all I gotta say.
All I'm asking you is that in that mixtape era, who did you come up under?
I didn't come under nobody. They came under
made
me.
yourself? Oh, okay. He's the big dog.
You know what I mean?
All
The
right.
mixtape era was in the 90s, early 90s. I was doing my thing. You know what I mean? I was booking those DJs to come play at the Savoy,
Nah,
Parkside Plaza.
You know
what I mean?
Plaza, right?
I was in the street. You know what I mean? You can't discredit that. You can't take that. I keep telling you that. I don't want to talk about
educate.
that.
I say that so I can let you talk your ish.
I don't want to educate you on that. That's the past.
Not
that's
me.
That's
the fans that's watching.
Well, they want to know something. They ask me. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my, yo, he's a cocky one, yo.
No, I'm just saying. Look, listen. It is what it is. Right. You know what I mean? The dudes,
history, right?
the dudes I know would tell you I was there, and I don't take no name from nobody. I was who I was before I met anybody.
You was when you got here.
I'm telling you.
All right, so back to the mixtape era because
and to add to that, before it was always somebody named Kid Creole, Kid Nice. You know what I mean? Kid Knew, that was me. You had Kid Capri. And just like you had
So that was like the little era.
Right.
Remember when they had everybody was Lil Wayne,
correct. Like listen, you got a lot of DJs.
Flip.
DJ named Party Rockin', you got Party Rockin' this, that, and the third. You got Super Rockin' this, Super Rockin', Mr. Magic, Marley Marl, whatever. Everyone had a type of name.
Was talking about, right?
Right. So it
but
just,
there's only one Haddy Racks though.
Correct.
Ain't no little Haddy Racks, no kid Haddy Racks. It's Haddy Racks.
Yo, listen. But at the end of the day, hold on.
Right.
But hold on. But at the end of the day, you don't know that.
I don't. I know that.
If
I'm
you
from the Bronx.
no, listen.
I'm well informed.
From the Bronx, but you go.
There's no other Haddy. Nothing.
Listen, man. It could be a Hattie Pops. It could be a Hattie Grandma. Hattie. My grandmother name is Miss Hattie.
Hattie, yo, you know what?
No, I'm just saying.
I know Miss Hattie.
You know what I mean? But he is the original Hattie. Yo, nah, I'm joking, man. I'm only joking, man. I'm only joking. I'm only bullshit, man. But shout out to Haddy Racks. We always have fun up here, man, and talk a lot of junk. You know what I mean? For the most part. But like I said, DWI, we're not going to talk about that part. One day.
Talk about it, but not today.
I feel like y'all got to do like a whole episode on just like
the who's who and what's what.
Yeah, like y'all.
I mean,
for the do a week.
But for the most part, my credibility is
now we about his credibility. He's talking about the era.
No, it's the era.
That's when you put everybody on.
That's what. No. It wasn't about putting people on. I was on. You know what I mean? Okay. I was on. It doesn't matter. I was on. You know what I mean? Do I need to call Fat Boy, one of them on the phone?
No.
Okay, I was on.
I'm not trying to make.
They know me.
Validations for parking.
Listen, it don't matter. Listen. You wasn't outside.
Bronx don't validate nothing.
Was you outside? You wasn't outside.
I was outside. I'm 49 years old. My uncle's a DJ. Both my uncles are DJs. They're 7 and 8, 9 years old.
You're 49, right?
Yeah.
So I look young, right? Thank you. Applaud me.
We're about to come out his age now. So twins. We're about to say it
anyway. But it's not about us. Once again, it's about the guest, the artist. I mean, we got Haddy Racks in the building. He representing Boogie Down Bronx, and that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So all right, so Haddy, just bring us up to speed. Where it all began for you in the Bronx, like what section of the Bronx? Because people hate the Bronx. I don't know why they hate us so much. Because we don't care about nobody else, no other borough, but. Let's talk about it. You big Bronx.
I mean, originally I was born on the west side. I'm from University.
Okay. Shout out to University.
Shout out to the family.
Shout out to Ogden.
Yeah.
Woody Crest.
Coons, Woody Crest, Nelson.
He wasn't
there. Davidson, Burnside, the whole west side.
He only know about the west side when A Boogie them shout out. That's when he know about Hybrid. That's when he.
Nah. My son, the general. Always shouts out the west side.
No, was you on the west side?
It don't matter where I was at. I'm from 184th Street in Walton, so I'm right in the middle. I'm 184th Street in Walton. I've been on both sides all the time since 85.
That's the dust spot, man.
Yeah, you right.
Don't matter.
That's a dust spot.
There used to be a dust spot over there.
Yeah, like the whole Walton was dust spot. Come on, bro. Anyway, but
he's doing an interview and you talking about the downgrades of the Bronx. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Listen, you have to. This is reality. Mix Champs is a reality.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's nothing fake about
right now.
It's nothing fake about what we do up here.
Facts.
This is who we are. This is where we came from.
Real nigga shit.
Okay, and I'm from Park Avenue.
We're not talking about where you're from, though.
And you said you was from Walton.
Well, yeah, because you try to degrade me. I grew up on Boston Road in the Northeast Bronx, though.
I'm just trying to figure out before you said you was from the Valley.
All right, nah.
You know, that's what people had.
The studio.
The people had the money in the Valley.
That's where my uncles was from.
Yeah, but you would.
But they came from Bathgate near Fordham Road. Like this is the
where are you from? I need to know where you from.
184th Street in Walton.
Okay, that's it.
Davidson,
so I don't want to hear about all that. I don't hear about the Valley.
Abandoned buildings, no. Abandoned buildings, junkyards, and all that. I played it on dirty mattresses, swinging from ropes in the back of abandoned buildings. I did all that.
So you was a dirty little nigga.
Yeah, nah, I was outside.
Oh, okay. Applaud him. Applaud you, by the way.
Applaud him.
Applaud by the way. Applaud him, by the way.
Dropping jewels right now. But go ahead, Haddy Racks. You got it.
So yeah, so then from the west side, we moved over to the Castle. We moved over to Gleason, over by like Parkchester, Castle Hill area. So I always been on both sides of the Bronx. So and then I got like a huge family. So I'm just a Bronx guy at the end of the day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. The Bronx all day, man.
Yes.
By the way, but back to the mixtape. We talking about the mixtape. So you said DJ Clue was one of the dudes you always supported and been behind for many, many years, and also DJ K Slay.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any other DJs that you used to listen to back then that inspired you to become a rapper and things like that?
Not that I can really think. I'm pretty sure there was. I just know that I know some of the people that I can think of right now. Definitely K Slay, DJ Clue. I think Flex even put out mixtapes before, but I was more so I was
Flex
more
in
so
the tunnel
like
joints.
the tunnel joint.
You ever been to the tunnel before?
I was nah.
You never went to the tunnel?
A baby. I don't think I was born with.
Yeah, he seemed like
he
he was one of those 14 or 15-year-olds that got snuck in, but
yeah.
The tunnels back then was dope.
crazy.
You know what I mean? We used to get shot out the tunnel all the time, man. Each and every Sunday. Don't look. What you looking at me for?
listen, now he's showing his age now.
Yo, listen, man. They used to ban us from the tunnel.
Haddy looked like Haddy was validated to be in the tunnel, although he wasn't old enough. He was definitely valid. Skate Key in the Bronx, Allison Avenue. Haddy was validated.
That's a fact. Rest in peace, Bogey Brim. Like that was. Skate Key was home, man.
Yeah, Skate Key.
Home. Skate Key was home.
There's a lot of things happening.
Backyard. We used to call that the backyard.
Savoy.
I remember my uncles and them used to go to. They had something on called Freaky Fridays.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Chubby Chub and world famous Brucey B.
Yeah, Brucey B. Yeah,
I was there.
Shout out to them.
Wasn't Chubby Chub on the show?
Yeah, we had Chubby Chub on the show. Shout out to Chubby Chub.
Word.
That's the Chubby Chub is from University up that way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
West Side.
I truly believe that, and this is my influential mindset, that the DJs, the mixtape DJ era is what really kept hip hop going through the crack era and through the 80s and the 70s, because I don't know what would have happened if there wasn't a transition of the mixtape DJs and the rappers and all that at that point. I don't know if it would have got to the 90s, which was what we love. Kane and all them was dope. Kwame and all them was dope, but the DJs brought all that to the forefront.
Absolutely. And I think now, if you notice now, artists name their projects a mixtape. You know what I mean? They name, and that came from the DJ. You know what I mean?
I was even confused by that.
Yeah.
But it was like I always thought like mixtapes was just taking other people's beats and rapping over them, and then I started seeing some solidified artists putting out actual production from I don't know how to say it, but their own production basically from their own producers and categorizing it as a mixtape.
Right.
So what was your interpretation? So now, with that being said, when you started doing your mixtapes, because you got a series, let's run down some of your joints and see how you was influenced. Like, what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna do my own mixtapes?
I think for me it was just more so like I was putting out music, and I remember this was probably back in like, we were in 2025. This was probably back in like 2019 or something like that. I remember I said, you know what I want to do? I want to get the Bronx involved with me. I want to take music serious, and I really want to get my hometown behind me, and just flood the Bronx and just keep flooding, just keep rapping the Bronx. And then when I put a mixtape out, I want to just run through the whole New York City. So what I did was I said, cool, I started flooding the Bronx with music. I was putting a record out every week, video every other week. And then when it was time for me to do a mixtape, I said, what I'm gonna do with the mixtape, I'm gonna grab somebody from every borough. So I got a Queens rapper on there, Brooklyn rapper, Manhattan rapper, Staten Island rapper, even a Jersey rapper on one of the first mixtapes I put out. and it worked.
What was the name of the project?
I forgot the name
I
of
know
it.
so gritty.
I think it was called New York Gritty, to be honest with you.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that,
You know what? You're right. It was. You're right.
I think it was called
Okay.
New York Gritty.
It says it right there. That's how I got the idea.
And then after that, I said, all right, cool. I got New York involved. I got people attention. And I never forget, I remember one time I was in Castle Projects and I seen K Slay. This is before, like right before I said, I'm gonna take music a little serious. I seen K Slay and I went to chop it up and we was chopping it up. And I was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna get on your show one day. And he was like, all right, yeah, you know, he kind of like, brushed me off a little bit. And I was like, nah.
That's how them Harlem dudes be, though. You know,
Yeah.
But then after I did all of that, he reached out to me like, yo,
You started
bro,
cooking. You started cooking. You started cooking.
You going crazy.
Yeah.
And it was love from there. So it was like, my whole idea was to just keep flooding them with mixtapes, and that's what I did. I put a mixtape out every 3 months. I was just going crazy. Yo, Slay, I got 10 songs. I just need you to talk on it for me.
Not to mention as a DJ, and I just listened to something you said in reference to you gave you hollering at K Slay, and he was like, see a lot of MC. I'm not gonna. I call yourself MC still, right? MC,
right.
MC artist, whatever you call it. I'm still with the old school MC thing. You know what I mean? When artists give us their music, sometimes they think that, you know, we're not listening or we putting them on the back burner. We, as a DJ, everyone is hitting us with music constantly. It's just that at the moment you have to have that banger, that boom, and be like, oh, okay.
And you know another problem with artists is a lot. I noticed with a lot of, even I had to check myself because a lot of times you got to check yourself. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like a lot of times artists and just people in general, they have this sense of entitlement where they feel like you have to do what I want. You have to understand what I'm telling you. And a lot of people don't know. Like even me, I get people who be flooding my DM, yo, Haddy, can you listen to this? Or
right.
I got people that I've been in situations where people will be mad at you.
Right.
Because they thought you were supposed to do a song with them, or they thought you were supposed to. And I'm like, yo, bro, you never even spoke about that, first of all. And then it's not like we can't do a song, but we never spoke about it. So it's like a lot of times we got to understand that as artists and just people who have a certain level of, you know, status to their name. You got to understand how many people this person may attract, and how many people
especially
they may come into. Yeah, so it's like, I never really got mad when people didn't understand, because I knew what I was gonna do, and I know you playing with me now, but you gonna understand what I'm saying, and give me a little bit of time, and that's just outside of music too. Like I've always been the type of person, like I don't really act off of my emotion. I'm an emotional person, but I don't act off of my emotion.
You're a Taurus,
I always
right?
think,
You're
I'm a Taurus.
Right.
That's how we roll.
Because I know how I am. I know I'm super emotional. And I know I think I'm right a lot of the time about.
Well, there's you also with your heart on your sleeve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with my heart on my sleeve.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're not afraid to lose. And so it's being a Taurus, being an artist, and then being from the Bronx. That mixture right there is crazy. Dangerous because we don't really care about what else is going on. We really don't. Like our personalities is just like that, and then that's Bronx energy too. Like all the other boroughs want us to care about Brooklyn, the Queens, and Staten. We don't care. Like y'all could talk about us all day. We don't.
And very aggressive.
To be honest with you, and we definitely want to pay homage to the other boroughs too.
Oh, absolutely.
We all represent New York. Yeah. But I learned that it's just. People just got this idea that the Bronx is just like the dirtiest place in the world. I don't know why, but I mean, it's to the point where when I'm out of town and people be like, yo, you don't want to go. I remember one time I was going in the bathroom. They like, yo, nah, don't go in that bathroom. I'm like, man, I'm from the dirty ass Bronx, bro.
But but you know, you have places, Brooklyn, Queens, that just is dirty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A fact.
And not to mention, you have a lot of nice places here in the Bronx. You have Riverdale. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Even areas.
Pelham Bay, man.
You have like borderline Westchester, Bronx,
all that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. I embrace the dirt. I'm from the dirt.
Know that's
I'm
right.
from the mud. Yeah, I'm from the mud. Like, the dirt is what make us who we are. Like, a lot of people can't survive through what we've been through what we seen, through what we grew up being, you know what I'm saying, the environments we've been placed in. A lot of people can't make it out that dirt. I love saying I'm from the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm always going to represent the mud, but, you know, at some point, you got to get out the mud. The problem is a lot of motherfuckers want to stay in the dirt.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah. My motto is getting the babies out the mud. You know what I mean? That's my motto. Yeah, that's my motto.
Go back to the mud to tell another person, yo, bro, you know you can get out this mud, right? Like, and that's and like I always been one of them type of people. Like I embrace the dirt because that's where I come from.
Right. Shout out to the Bronx, man.
Shout out to the BX.
Shout out to the BX. So, you got any new material you working on, by the way?
I got a record that I'm about to put out. Actually, Friday I'm dropping. It's called Familiar.
Nice.
Record is crazy. So before I put a record out, always I do like a test run with it.
Okay.
So I take it to the club, and I have the DJ just play it. I won't tell nobody I'm going there. I won't throw no money. I won't do nothing. I just want to see, because you know when you throw money in a strip club, people gonna dance just because they just want you to keep throwing money when they know it's your record.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. So what I do is I'll go to the club. Shout out to my man DJ Suave. Yo, Suave, play this.
Shout out to DJ Suave.
Shout out to DJ Suave. And when he played it, I'm just observing. I'm just looking around and see the response.
Right.
Because there's no money being thrown.
Right.
It's no Haddy Racks. It's just like a sneak. It's just like, yo, what's that?
What's that?
You know what I'm saying? So, and those are the moments when you see people, if they paying attention to it, if they just start doing a bunch of other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or, and the response that I got was great. People were still moving, and my man hit me like, yo, bro, they moving to this.
And you know,
never heard it.
And what's the sad part about that is you could be the dopest MC, and just by not telling people that's you on that record and they hear and they dancing to it, just because they think it's not you, they don't even know it's you.
That's a fact.
And they rocking to it until they find out it's you.
A fact.
You know what I mean? And that's sad about New York artists. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of dope artists that come out of New York that can't get a break because people's not behind their music just because. And that's one thing that I don't like about New York. You know what I mean? So I know you could elaborate on what I just said about that in reference to.
So I used to always be a person that wanted to get a record deal. I had situations, and I'm a loyal person.
Right.
You feel me? So I remember I was going to do Sway in the morning, and my man G the K hit me and was like, yo, Ross said when you go on Sway, let them know we looking at you. And I was excited by that. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember after that, Rock Nation hit me. Yo, we boom, boom, boom. And I was excited about that too. But my management at the time didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loyal, so I'm gonna go with home team on every occasion, even when I think it might not be the right decision, but I'm gonna go with it. And that's what I did, right? So then I became a little burnt out with music, right? Because it was like, damn, you gotta try to get a deal, you gotta do this. But this is the problem with getting a deal. I don't want to get a deal. I want to make money. Because people forget that the music industry is a business.
Right.
See, you got rappers out here who got big names and they don't have nothing.
Broke.
Dead broke.
Because they signed the wrong paperwork
And then that's when I smarted up and I said, yo, you know what? Let's do our own shit.
Makes sense.
Let's get our own clothes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's shoot
I'm
our
happy.
own videos.
I'm happy you mentioned that too, because I would love to know, like, in your experience, what has it been for selling your merch and moving the music independently with the social media and all that? Like, tell me what that experience has been like.
I'll be honest with you. The experience for me has always been amazing because I always get good results. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do it as much as I'm supposed to. Like, I did a concert not a couple months ago, and I had people calling me mad because they couldn't get in. So it's like, and that's what artists got to do. They got to understand it's business. In business, your goal is to make money. So let's throw our own concert. Let's make our own clothes. Let's shoot our own videos. Let's do all of that. And it works, and you generate money. And that's why I'm at with it now. Like, let's get money.
And it's not like you get money so you could just go and trick it in the club or do whatever. You trying to invest into the next thing, correct, to build your brand.
Correct.
Exactly. Well, I'll never forget, y'all. I'll never forget. I told my man at that concert, I said, yo, because you know how we do. We always want to bring a playback for the home team. Yo, I'm about to do this.
Right.
What you got on it? Nah, I don't want to do that right now. All right, you sure? Yeah, and I want to do that. All right, cool. So I do it. I put everything together. I get the bill. I get the people that's going to come out. I reach out, I ask for favors. Yo, bro, you can come. Yeah, I'm coming through, Haddy. I got you. Put me on the flight. Boom, boom, boom. Do it. And I never forget the night when it was over and we counting up that bread, and I'm sitting there like, damn, we made like 10,000 that night, right? Because when you came in, you was paying to come in, you was paying for food. We had drink, we bought our own drinks, we bought our own food, we bought our own merch. So everything was you paying for everything. You feel me? And I'll never forget counting up. And when my man told me like, nah, I ain't with that shit, I kind of felt like he was like playing me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I never
Like
forget
he didn't see the vision.
Going back the next day, like, yo, bro, we killed them last night. What you did last night? It was like, he couldn't tell me nothing that made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So and it's always a wonderful feeling to cut out the middleman. You know what I mean?
It's a great
And
feeling.
the way
You big on that.
Yeah,
and I respect you for that.
And another thing that I hear you when I hear you talk, you a hustler, and I hear it all in you, man. Because it take one to know one, and for the most part, a lot of people don't know when you independent now, you make more money.
You make a lot of money independent.
Yeah, because you put out your own. But the problem, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The thing is it's harder to get on independent, or you will be in a better situation if you wasn't independent.
Exactly, and I agree. And you know what it is too? A lot of artists nowadays, they feel like they need people. You don't need people. You need money, and you need a team. And the team is not 1,000 niggas going in the club with you and 3 niggas paying for bottles or paying for this or paying for everybody to come in. A team is, yo, this what you do, this what you do, this what you do, this what you do, this what I do, and these is our entourage, the people that's coming out. So it's like a lot of artists, they don't understand. They get so caught up in artistry. Like, you got to get to the money.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you got to be a hustler. If you're not a hustler, nothing's going to work for you in life. You have to be, I don't care how talented you are. You got to understand this. The artist is the last person that get paid, but they the first person to dish out the money.
Right.
You feel me? Because when as an artist, you paying for videos, you paying for to get marketing, you paying for your outfit, you paying for studio time. So where's your money coming from? So you worried about getting a deal. You need to worry about getting the money. Get the money.
Makes sense.
You feel me?
And it's all about the bag, and that's what I stress to my team. You know, when we built the studio, we built it around shout the buck around what we need to do to cut out the middleman. We set up our own cameras. We set up our own side where we gonna edit our own video.
Fact.
We set up this. We set up that, and we have a team of consists of like maybe 4 of us. You know what I mean? It's not 1,000 people.
Team.
And everyone plays an integral part. You know what I mean? DWI play integral part. I play integral part. Buck play integral part. My son. You know what I mean?
Everybody play their part.
Exactly. And we all get along. And you know what? We make things happen.
And that's it. And that's the problem. I feel like that was one of my problems too. Like, I used to go into the club with 50 niggas, and I'll never forget. The promoters used to tell me, "Yo, Haddy, bro, you scaring people away, bro. Every time you come here with 50, and I still hang out with 50 people when I go out, because that's just how we are. We like to go out and have fun. We ain't coming out for trouble or nothing like that. But it's scary when you got 50 people with you, 100 people with you, and you going in the club. You really can't have control of all them people. So I'm going in the club. I'll never forget, a promoter came up to me. He said, "Yo, come in the back. I want to show you something." He introduced me to the club owner. I said, "What you want to show me?" He said, "Yo, you know somebody got hit with a." I said, "Why you want to show me that?" He like, this was years ago, and this person got locked up for it, so it's not like I'm right. But what happened was, when it came, they like, "He with you?" I'm like, "He wasn't with me."
Right.
So long story short, it's like, no matter, I'm a face card, so no matter how many times I deny something, it's like the people will be like, "No, he was with Haddy. Don't let him come here no more.
Right.
Don't book him no more, because he can't control his crowd." So that's when I had to realize, like, yo, 100 niggas can be scary sometimes.
Yeah. I like when we go out, man. Shout out to my partner Mike Booth. When we go out, when we go out, man, me, Double, Mike Booth, the whole crew, we with our ladies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and everyone have things to do, and we looking to have a good time. So we know, like, we not there for the BS only because we got things to do. You know what I'm saying? And everyone is doing their thing, looking good, making things happen. Our ladies looking good, and we just chilling. That's our entourage, man. It be 20 dudes and 20 women.
20 women.
You know what I mean? And everyone responsible, everyone grown, so we know like we ain't getting in none unless somebody
then they deserve it. Then you deserve
right.
whatever
You know what I'm saying? So the entourage thing, like if you can't do nothing, I don't need you around.
That's how I feel.
I need a cameraman. I need somebody that can DJ, somebody that can do something. You have to be able to do something to go out with me.
And what people don't know, and that's what I tell people too, when they be like, damn, bro, I be trying to come out with y'all. Like, I don't let everybody hang out with me because I'm going to get the blame for everything that happened. And I'm going to take the blame for everything that I'm not going to prove that it was you or you that they wrong. I'm going to take the blame. I got into problems with people. I never forget my man from Brooklyn, his somebody I think it was his brother, they got into a situation.
Right.
And he got jumped or something like that. And all he could remember is somebody had a New York Gritty shirt on. So what I gotta do now, I gotta be in the middle of it. Now I gotta try to fix it. And certain things you can't fix in the streets.
But it could have been somebody that just bought some merch, some merch.
And he could have been breaking it. That dude could have been breaking it up.
But that's how powerful. That's why I'm at a point now where I'm really guarded with who I allow. Like I swear to God, I don't know if you know Smith. You know Smith, camera guy. He shoot videos. His name is Smitty.
Name is
Smitty. He's from the Bronx. I swear to God, on my mother, he called me one day like 2-3 in the morning.
Right.
And I'm like, first I'm like, hey, he don't call me all the time, so I'm like, maybe that's a pocket dial or something. And he kept calling. I'm like, what? He answered the call. He like, yo, Haddy, you don't know what just happened, bro. I said, what? He said, bro, I'm in a spot, I'm in a store, I'm somewhere, wallahi. He said, I'm somewhere, and I see 2 niggas plotting on me. Plotting on me. I had my chain on, my jewelry, and they on me. Like, they was on me. He said, and when they got up on me, and they out, he said, I turned around and had a New York Gritty hat on. And they said, how you get that hat? Look, they said, how you get that hat? He said, what? He said, look, he nervous. They got ratchet out on him. He nervous now. He like, what? They like, where you get that hat from? He like, it's my boy. He like, bought it from who? He like, it's my man Haddy hat. He said, Haddy, call him right now.
Wow.
Word to my mother. So that's why with me, I'm real guarded with people because I know me and I know my power, I know my strength.
Right.
I know my face card, I understand my value. I can't have anybody around me because if you do something wrong, I can get the blame for that.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, that's a big fact, man. That's why we always pick and choose who we hang out with. That is very important, man. You can make it to the top, man, and that one little person that around you could mess everything up for you and destroy you and bring you down to where
that's a fact.
You on the same level that they are on now. Because sometimes people want to mess your situation up. You know what I mean? You got a lot of time. Yeah, hell yeah.
Smiling. I tell people that all the time. Just because a nigga clapping for you don't mean he rooting for you.
And I believe that 101%.
Might be trying to trick you out your spot to line you up.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense, man. For those that just tuning in, man, we got Haddy Racks in the building, man. One of the best men that ever did it, man. And he here doing his thing, man. DWI, we having a good time, man. We got Haddy in the building, man.
I love it when it's the real ones come in because the real ones give you that real talk. And that scenario that he just said, that's how I move in New York City.
Oh, absolutely.
So I do what I do with it for the industry, and I've done for 25 years.
Yeah.
But then I do what I do for the kids now. I be in Brooklyn, Queens. I teach in Guy Brewer. I teach in boys and girls. And one day I was on the train, kid with a ski mask on, was across the car. I was sitting on my chair doing what I was doing, and he walked over like, "Yo, you work at the school, right?" He got a ski mask on, so he's just walking towards me, a young kid. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, he pulled up his mask. "Yo, Mr. Williams, what's up? It's me, blah blah." You told me, and I was like, "That's the type of love that I give." So I always feel like you got to put that energy out, and you got to help these young dudes and let them see that, yo, I'm from here and there. I'm from the Bronx, but I'm in Brooklyn teaching, and I'm showing love.
And you know what's so real about that? Like, I always tell people that too. Like I feel safe. I always feel safe when I'm. It's weird. Like, and I think it's like I feel safe when I'm in the worst places.
Yo, I'm telling you,
it's weird because like, so I be with people
feel at home.
Yo, they like, yo, son, what we doing over here? I'm like, yo, bro, look, at the end of the day,
You understand it.
even if something gonna happen for one, it's gonna happen.
That's a fact.
And then sometimes when something is gonna happen and they see you, they realize, oh nah, he one of us.
Yeah.
They don't even gotta know you.
Yeah, that's
They
a
just-
fact.
It's just
It's the
sometimes
energy.
your energy is
Yeah.
like, you know what, we're gonna give him a pass. He one of us.
That's a fact.
That's why
That's
when
a
I
fact.
go to Puerto Rico and all these places, these dangerous places, where people like, yo, bro, don't go over there. And I'm going over there.
Going over there. I'm going over there.
I want to experience what it's like.
You want to be like, I want to feel at home.
Yeah, I want to, and I know how.
Because real
crazy it
recognize
get.
real. That's what I'm saying.
But real recognize. That's why this new record I got out is called Familiar, and it's like, yo, I'm familiar with the plugs. I'm familiar with the trappers. I'm familiar with the scammers. I'm familiar, nigga. I'm familiar with
Yo.
the bar. It's crazy. I'm familiar with.
So
the
can I just say this? When I talk and I anything I do, but mainly when it comes to like relationship stuff.
Yeah.
If I date somebody, you don't gotta love me, you ain't gotta respect me. You gotta understand me. Like, because
I
if
need-
you don't
I need-
understand,
I need
hold-
respect.
No, listen.
That's
But
deep.
respect is cool. But when you see DWI and you see how I give it up, you don't have to judge and try to figure out you know my character. Like
Yeah.
anybody that know me know what I give it up.
Facts.
You can respect somebody, oh, he's DWI. But if you understand, yo, he does this and that, then that's my
Yeah.
roadmap.
Yeah.
And everybody's
You're good,
different.
dude.
Respect.
You-
Some people want to be feared. Some people want to be
Yeah.
respected. Everybody, mine is understood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a good dude. You're a good dude.
Yeah,
DWI's a pretty good
that's,
dude,
yo,
right?
that's some real. That's
solid
real
dude.
what you just said. I feel like I wish my wife could understand me sometimes.
But see,
That's
they would never.
Remember, I said
Rax,
relationship. I ain't say
Rax,
business.
Rax,
Tell me,
Rax.
yo.
They would never understand that.
I wish you
Listen,
could
Rax,
understand me.
they would never understand that,
Nah,
man.
Bro, they won't, bro.
They would
Like,
never understand. And then if they do, you're gonna say, man, nah, this is too easy, man. Something ain't right.
Yeah, that's a fact. Something ain't right. And yo, you know what's crazy when I'm in a situation, even with my girl, bro, when she too nice, I'm like, yo, you all right? Good, right? It's like
Right.
you too nice right now. Like,
Right.
everything good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I already feel like, you know, certain people, and I know I'm not an easy person to understand, because a lot of times with me, like, I don't do things for credibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do whatever feel good to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you might be like, yo, why you do that? You're like, cause I felt like doing it. It felt
Right.
like I needed to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. For the most part, you just want that person to understand you.
Yeah, like, understand that I'm cool. Like, I've had people tell me so much stuff, and I'd be like, yo, bro, that ain't like me. The other night, I went to Starlet's to go test the record out. And people would think I'm in there to go spend a bunch of money, to go look for bitches. I don't care. I done did that all my life,
exactly.
bro. I'm trying to get to this next stage in my life. You feel me? And make sure these babies is good, and make sure that my bros and all my family around me. Like, I was telling my cousin the other day, he like, yo, Rax, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, bro, we gotta go crazy with this music shit. Like, niggas is really out here in these streets, going back and forth to jail. We losing people. Like, yo, bro, we gotta really, really get serious. It ain't just about, this is like our way out for real. Like, we gotta really take this shit and run with it right now, bro, because it don't matter, like, if you get you get a little run, you getting some money, like, you know, certain things, they just don't got no real longevity to them.
Right.
So my thing is, it ain't about me no more. Like, it's about if I could put me and mines in a situation where we ain't gotta worry about going to prison or things like that. That's my role. You feel me?
That's
like
a
that. I
fact.
feel like that. Like how we were just talking about a team as far as
Exactly.
my
Yeah.
team.
Right.
That's my role. Like, we all might have an opportunity to get us out of, you know, the hood or whatever, quote unquote. But I feel like my role is through the music, and that's why I'm tightening up, and I'm really gonna go crazy and just, you know, because you realize it, bro. Like, a lot of times we outside.
Yeah. Keep putting on, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep putting on, man. Keep putting the music out, man. Just keep going. Don't stop, man. And make sure the team is working.
That's the
Listen,
main thing.
I need y'all to keep promoting, man. Keep
Yeah.
sending. How many times you send to the DJ? 3 times. Send it again 3 more
Yeah,
times. You know what I mean?
exactly. That's a
Knock on
fact.
them doors. Because
Yeah,
I know
knock
I'm a
them doors.
DJ, and I know if somebody get on my nerve,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up listening to it. Say, you know
Yeah.
what? Let me listen and see what's going on. You know what I mean? The consistency, you know what I mean, is very important. You're not getting on my nerve, because trust me, it took me a long time to get on to say, yo, give me a shot. Give me a shot. Some did, some didn't. You know what I mean? And a man DWI gave me a shot years ago, and that's why we click to this
That's a
day.
fact.
And we understand. We get up here, we laugh, we joke, we curse each other out, talk junk, but we definitely really good friends behind the scene.
And y'all get things done. Like I be telling people, like, yo, bro, I'm arguing with you and we ain't getting nothing done. Bro.
Yeah.
Have a good day, bro.
Exactly.
That goes for family too. Like get things done in your family. Like y'all arguing, stop talking to each other for 6 months and all that. Like, that's a lot of time off your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Going into your 40s and 50s, you don't got that much time left to be.
You got that much time to not be talking to somebody. I just said that the other day. I said if you beefing with somebody you love, you about to end it. If you find out they no longer here, you will be finished. I seen my dog do a magic trick. He went from a certified nigga to a certified snitch. I was hurt about that shit, man. I cried for days. I said he had me thinking to myself like how I couldn't see the signs. I was thinking to myself like how I never read his mind.
Wow.
Like
so I'm glad you touched on snitching. That's going on a lot. That's something that's really big now. Now, is it the same like from the 90s our era or now? Because I don't believe in snitching. But now it's like people glorify it. People will get on certain podcasts, certain platforms, and just to get ratings, they will actually affiliate themselves with a snitch.
And that's what kills me. And there'd be a lot of so-called. See, I'm going to tell you how it started. Everything started out in stages. So it started out with real niggas became afraid of snitches.
Okay.
Like, yo, I ain't fucking with that nigga. He already told on everybody.
Right.
And now I don't nigga that, and then from there it evolved into, it gets worse and worse as time goes on. Now, literally today,
right.
I heard he probably was about 20 years old. I overheard him talking. He said, yo, you know I'm ratting on that nigga, right? He talking to his man, and I'm just listening to him, and his man like, you gonna tell on him?
He wasn't raised right.
He said, yeah, I'm telling on that. I don't even give a fuck. And I'm just like, damn, like, it never was like that. Like, and to me, that all comes from people accepting anything. Cause we living in a time now where you could be a rat. You could be, no disrespect to the LG, how you say that shit? LGBT. Community?
Yeah, LGBT.
No disrespect. If that's what you are, that's what you are, right? But you got people who, you could be that, you could be a rat, and people would still embrace you because they feel like you cool. They feel like, you know what I mean? They feel like they could score points off
which you making a valid point. But the thing is,
and no disrespect to them.
Hold on, no, what I hate is someone pick and choose what rat they gonna still rock with.
That's what kills me.
That's one thing I don't like and will never accept. Exactly. And also another thing I don't like is accusing somebody of being a rat without showing me some paperwork.
That's a fact.
Because I know how these days to tarnish somebody's name or brand, all you gotta do is call them a rat. And that will keep people away from that person. Right. Meanwhile, they may not be a rat. You just know how to get people away from that person. Show me paperwork. That's very important.
You know what? And this is why it's so important too that people understand their roles in life. Because like one of my closest friends, like he really was like my man. Like he really was like my brother. I'ma say he was really like my brother. Like he could go to my mother's house when I'm not there. Mom, open the door.
Right.
You feel me? Like being hungry. Right. My uncle always told me never get too hungry because a hungry dog will eat anything.
You're absolutely right.
You feel me? And he got too hungry, and everything looked good and glamorous when certain people was doing things, and you try to get down with certain niggas, and you don't know the feds is already on them.
Oh, absolutely.
So he got caught at the end of their indictment. They came and got him too, and then he ratted. And then it's like once you rat, like, we can't.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like the relationship will never be the same no more.
And you know what we was doing before we was doing it. So at the end of the day, you have to put your big boy drawers on and say, you know, yo, listen, I know what I was doing, and this is what it is. You know what I mean?
And what make it worse is like you don't even tell us, so we could be like, oh nah, we ain't fucking with you, but you know, peace out. You let the streets find out before we find out. That's the bad part about it. Because now it's like, yo, son, you know that, it's like, hell no, you bugging.
And those paperwork involved?
All the way.
Oh, then that's
so it's
different.
like, so that's why it's like just saying, just to go off of what you were saying, like, the problem now is people are selective.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I
like,
agree.
they selective, like, and I think that's what got everything so fucked up in the streets now. It's like, well, yo, he ratted and he's still cool. fuck it, why not? I ain't going to jail for this nigga.
Right.
And it's like, bro,
that's why
I make music.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I tell people, man, don't put yourself in no uncompromised situation to get yourself in a situation to for a person to rat on you. You know what I mean? So, man, I just gonna do music the rest of my life, man.
Rap.
I know that's right.
Feel me? I don't even like certain niggas around me nowadays.
I know that's right,
especially
man.
Street niggas. The street niggas is like the worst niggas nowadays.
Yeah, I agree.
Ain't no morals, ain't no principles, ain't no codes, ain't no nothing. It's like a free for all. Like,
exactly.
whatever you want to do, just do it.
Exactly, man. But Haddy, man, listen, man, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
for
y'all
coming
too.
on Mix Champs, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come, man, you more than welcome, man. It was
in.
definitely an honor and a pleasure of having you, man.
Same here.
DWI, DJ Kidnu, the Talk of New York, Haddy Racks in the building,
We here.
man. Mix Champs, we see you on the next one, man. Thanks for having.
Salute. Double O, what's up, man? My man, shout out to my man Double O, man, for putting this together too, man. Shout out to Eddie Deuce in the building.
Yes,
Out to
sir.
DWI, Kidnu.
You already know. Mike
You know what I'm
Booth,
saying? We had Mike Booth,
Drink Champs, Mix
Drink
Champs.
Champs, Mix Champs, all that.
All that. Smoke Champs, you know the
Smoke
vibe.
Champs.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Buck, by the way.
And before we
What
go, I
the
gotta
fuck
shout out my
DJs
man
actually
Deuce.
do? Like,
Shout out to my man Deuce.
I don't think they're remixing the song on the spot. I'm pretty sure they've like programmed it ahead of time. So what are they actually doing? Are they just turning up the volume, turning down the volume, or are they pressing like and then just dancing and like what the fuck?